and welcome to my live. I decided to do this impromptu live to talk about creator connection. So if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching this replay. If you are joining me live here on Instagram, you can go ahead and ask your questions below, all about creator connections. I know many of you have been approved into creator connections for the first time, and there's a lot of excitement about it. And hey, Chantal, welcome to this live. We're talking about creator connections. So I know many of you have gotten approved, and there's a lot of confusion about what is creator connections, how can I use it, how can I get free samples from brands through creator connections. And I want to talk about all that today because I know so many of you have questions, and I've been in the Facebook group, I've been in my DMs, and people are constantly saying, what is this creator connections thing, and can you tell me how to use it and how to make money with it? So that is what we're gonna do in today's live. Hey Chantal, so good to see you here, and I'm gonna post this on YouTube as well. So if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to just leave comments on YouTube as well, and I'll answer those there also. But here's the thing. So you probably have seen me talk about how I have been making thousands of dollars a month with creator connections, and that is absolutely true. But I wanted to put some things in perspective. So if you are someone who has maybe 50 videos, 100 videos, and you also want to make thousands of dollars with creator connections, but you're feeling frustrated because you don't have that many videos, this video hopefully will clear all of that up for you, and I'm gonna put things in perspective. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is that right now I have about 450 campaigns that I have approved or accepted in creator connection. So what that means is that I am creating videos for a few hundred brands through creator connection. So that's a lot. So, but I wanted to mention that because if you're wanting to make $5,000 with creator connections, just like I have, and you only have 20 videos or 30 campaigns, then chances are you are probably not going to get featured or to make that much money. So Chantal, you're saying you're leery about the strikes and it makes you careful about accepting campaigns. So that's a great point. So here's what I do. I only accept campaigns when I have the product in hand. So a lot of brands might say, accept my campaign before I can send you a free sample. I usually politely write back and say, unfortunately, I'm not able to accept the campaign until after I've created the content. And if you want to send me the product now, fine. If not, then you just move on to your next brand. The other thing about strikes is that I have been on a bunch of calls with Amazon, and people have asked, what if I accept the campaign and I don't go ahead and link to the content that I've created? Does that count as a strike against me? And Amazon has been pretty clear that they will not take down your account or do anything about the quote unquote strike if you did not post the video. Now, that's not to say that you should go ahead and accept hundreds of campaigns and not post any videos and not upload your link. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying be careful about accepting campaigns only when you have the product in hand. If you forget to link to it, which we'll talk about here in just a second, it's not a big deal. Amazon, from what they've been saying, is that they are not going to take down people's accounts because of quote unquote strikes. So Chantal, you're saying, have you accepted a campaign you already created a video for but didn't disclose? How do you work around that? So yes, I have many campaigns. I think at least 100 of my campaigns were products that I have already created videos for. And what people have been doing, I haven't personally done this yet just because I haven't had time, but what people have been doing is that they have been adding hashtag ad to the title of their video. So something you may want to do is go ahead and just add hashtag ad to the title of any video for campaigns that you've already created a video for before you were in the campaign. Now the campaign is here, you're going to go ahead and create a video for it, or you're going to go ahead and accept it and link to your video. just go ahead and add hashtag ad to the title of your video. And from what I'm hearing, that should fix it. So hopefully that is a good fix. I know there were tons of, like when I first started with Creator Connections for the first few months, it was all campaigns that I had already created videos for. Didn't even talk to the brands. They did not send me free samples or anything like that. So I was just getting extra commission from Creator Connection. So that's one way that you can get around that. Something that I need to do as well is just go back to all my videos and add the hashtag ad into my campaign or into my video title. So that is something that you may want to do as well. But for those of you, and keep asking questions, I'm happy to answer all of your questions here. So for those of you who just got accepted into Creator Connections and you are sort of saying, now what do I do? This video is for you. So I'm gonna answer your question, Chantal, and then I'll go ahead and continue. But question about deep link. Do you add the generated deep link to the offsite post even though it's different from the campaign affiliate link? Is that okay? Yes. So what I do when you get the link from the campaign, it's a crazy long link. It does not look pretty, doesn't look nice. It just looks confusing and a bit scary, to be honest, for someone who is gonna click on that link. So what I do is I use a tool that deep links. If you want to know which one I use, just send me a message or comment here and let me know, and I'm happy to send that off to you so you can use the one that I use as well. Highly recommended. It's the I've tried a few different ones, and this is the one that I decided to go with because I liked it the most and it was the most affordable one. So that is the one that I went with. So the question is, do we get accepted to Creator Connections with our on Amazon ID or the offsite one? So you are going to get accepted with your offsite campaign or offsite ID. So the point of Creator Connections is for brands to get exposure outside of Amazon, so outside of the Amazon ecosystem. However, the cool thing is that Amazon is giving us commissions for both on-site and off-site off-site sales, which is really cool. So that was going to be one of the questions that I was going to address here on this live, because so many of you have questions and you are thinking, are you going to get commissions for on-site or off-site? The answer is both. You are going to get commission for both on-site and off-site sales that you make, which is really cool. So here's how it works. So when you get accepted to Creator Connections, here's what I want you to do. There's over 10,000 campaigns in there, so it can be definitely overwhelming. So what I want you to do is maybe look at maybe some of your best-selling items and type those into the search bar and see if any of those are in Creator Connections. That's the first thing you can do. The second thing you can do is that you can go ahead and look through all of the campaigns and see if any of the products you've already made videos for are in that campaign. So that is going to take a bit of time to do because there are over 10,000. When I first started, I think there were like 2,000 campaigns, then it grew to like 6,000, then I saw 8,000, and then over 10,000. So I think Amazon stopped showing us the actual number when it reaches 10,000 or more. So there's probably like 20,000 campaigns in there now. So what you can do, if you want to make it easier, you can just go ahead and view them by category. That way you're only looking at a few thousand campaigns at one time. There are going to be brands that have campaigns in multiple categories. So in that case, you are definitely going to be, looking at some brands twice. But if you want to maximize the earnings for this program, it is worth spending a few hours looking through every single campaign and accepting every video accepting every campaign that you already have videos for. So that is the first thing that I would recommend. Now, a lot of people also have questions about the links. So here's what you have to do when you accept a campaign. So let's say you have gone ahead and accepted a campaign in Creator Connections for a product that you already have done a video for. the next thing you have to do is you're going to accept the campaign, and then a whole new option is going to pop up. It's going to have a link for you to use for offsite commissions, and then it's also going to have a place for you to add your own links. So I would add your Amazon link for that particular video. So let's say you are reviewing a protein powder. It's now in Creator Connections. You are going to go ahead and just take that link from your Amazon video and add it, select video in Creator Connections and add that link to that campaign. So that way the brand knows that you've already created content for it. The other thing you can do is if you have a YouTube channel or social media where you're also posting those links or those videos, go ahead and add those links there as well. If you, for some reason, accept a campaign and you don't have the product in hand, whether you accidentally accepted the campaign or the brand ended up never sending you the actual product, you can just go ahead and create, like, you don't even need the product. If you have a blog, you can go ahead and mention that on your blog and use that link in the Creator Connections campaign. You can go ahead and post it on, like, talk about it a little bit in your, let's say, Instagram story or Instagram post, Facebook, whatever platform you use, and go ahead and just link to that. And you can talk about it without even having the product in hand. So that's one way to get around it. Now I've done things where I totally forgot to upload the link, and I know Amazon says that that counts as a strike. I've done that a bunch of times. Nothing has happened. Amazon on their calls have said that nothing happens when you do that. But again, you don't want to do that. You do want to make sure that you are adding a link to the campaign. So I saw a couple of questions. Let me go ahead and answer those there. So, okay, so Chantal, I will send you the link to the Deep Link platform that I use. Okay, how do brands contact us? So, I don't know your name, but I'm not gonna try to attempt to say that, but if you want to let me know your name, that would be cool. If not, that's totally fine too. So how do brands contact you? So once you accept the campaign, you are going to see like a little message box pop up in the back end of that campaign. And that is how brands contact you. So they don't have your email address. I think they just have your name. I don't even think they have a link to your storefront. Literally, they just have your name. So they're going to contact you through that message box. And that is also how you reach out to brands as well. Just go ahead, use that message box within Creator Connections to reach out to brands. Chantal, what does a little blue sign with an exclamation point by the accepted means? Did it not go through? Great question. So what this means is that that campaign is almost at the end of the campaign date, and you have forgotten to put a link to the video. So if you see campaigns with the question mark, or sorry, with the exclamation mark, it just means that you've accepted the campaign, but you have not included the link to the video that you created for that brand or that product. So all you have to do for that little exclamation point to go away is you have to go ahead and just upload your link, whether it's your Amazon link to that video or your offsite YouTube, social media, blog, whatever link. Amazon just wants a link from you with the content that you've created for that brand, for that particular campaign. So you just want to go ahead and post that campaign, or you're saying you linked your Amazon video and it's still there. That's interesting. I'll have to check that out, because every time I have put my link through, make sure to save the link as well. You're saying you linked the Amazon video and that exclamation point is still there. I'm not sure, because every time I've added a video or like a link, the exclamation point went away. So I'll have to look into, or you're saying maybe you got the wrong link, you grabbed it directly. If it's the link to your particular video, or is it your storefront link, if you can, because I think they want the link to the specific video. And usually the link that I grab is not from my storefront, because my storefront link has the affiliate, my storefront link is an affiliate link, and that's not the one that I want to post on there. Okay, so for your video. So what I usually do is I go to my Creator Hub, and then where it says your video is published here, if you click on published, a link or another window is going to pop up with the actual link for your video. So that's the link you want to post, not your affiliate link. So your storefront is going to give you the affiliate link. That's not the link that Amazon wants you to post. They want you to post the link that it, like, where I think it's like amazon.com/live and then some sort of numbers for your video. So make sure to grab the link from your Creator Hub and let me know if that changes things for you. So I hope that answered that question, Chantal. So yeah, so once you approve a campaign, right, like once you activate and accept and approve that campaign, make sure to add your link. If you don't yet have a video, what I do like a couple of times a week, just because I have so many campaigns, I have over 450 right now, a couple of times a week, I will go to my Creator Connections and I'll go and sort my campaigns by end date. And then with the end date there, I see which campaigns are almost about to expire, and I go ahead and create or add the links to the videos. Now, sometimes, you know, I accept campaigns because I'm like, oh, I have the product, I'm going to do the video. So if that's the case, I'll just go ahead and do the video really quickly, you know, wait a day until Amazon gives me the link, and then I go ahead and update it in Creator Connections. But make sure to check your Creator Connections at least a few times a week to make sure that you have entered all of those videos and URLs into the campaign. So that is something that I do. It does take a while, and it is my least favorite thing about Creator Connections is having to put this link and, you know, and save it and all of that. But I can also understand from the brand's point of view, because they want to know where influencers are creating videos, and it's much easier for them to go ahead and see where their videos are in that way. So definitely make sure to put your links in there. But the other cool thing about Creator Connections is that you can get free samples. So a couple of ways to do that is that you can search for free sample, or just sample and see all of the campaigns that are in Creator Connections that are giving away free samples. That's the first thing I would do. And then go ahead and message brands. So if you find brands that you really love, you can go ahead and message them and say, hey, I really would love to create content for your brand. Are you offering free samples? And many brands will send you free samples. That is how I was able to get hundreds of products. Now, I do have a method, or I guess, yeah, it's a method of how I determine which brands to request samples from, and exactly what I say to them. And I share that in my course. Now I have 2 different courses. One of them is how to get into the Amazon Influencer Program. That's called 6-Figure Influencer. And that I'm going to link to that as well here. Or you can find the link in my bio, or in YouTube, I will link to that course as well. And then, so I will go ahead and, okay, sorry, I saw your question, Chantal. I'll answer that in just a question. So in just a second here. So my first course, 6-Figure Influencer, has how to get started, how to get approved, everything you need to know about the Amazon Influencer Program, including how to get hundreds of free samples from Creator Connections. And then I've also taken out the Creator Connections module, and now I am offering that as its own separate course, because so many people are having trouble understanding Creator Connections. So I want to make sure that you guys have all the tools you need. So if you are new to the program, or just want to grow your sales in general, go ahead and check out my 6-Figure Influencer course. If you're just interested in Creator Connections, there is a course just on that. And that's the module from the main course. I basically took it out, created a new course area and put it there. So if you have the main course, you don't need the Creator Connections course because it's already in there. But if you're not interested in all of the other stuff about the Amazon Influencer Program, you can go ahead and just check out the Creator Connections module. And again, I'm going to link to that here. You can also grab that from my link in bio. So let's see a couple more questions. What do you do when there are several campaigns from the same product? So I accept all of them. I accept all of them and I include the same link to all of the campaigns. And I think the way they do that is because a lot of brands, when they do a campaign, they can only do a campaign for one category. And if they want to be in different categories, then they have to set up a different campaign. So, but it's the same campaign pretty much, just different category that they had to select. And I literally just post the same link to that, to all of them. Under each campaign, there's a budget. Do we need to meet that budget, or just reviewing their product is enough? So that is the amount. Great question. That's the amount of money the brand has set aside for this campaign. So there's nothing you need to do about that. It's just basically letting you know if there's money still left in that campaign. Now, when the budget is spent, that campaign will become inactive. You may still be able to see it if it's still within the date before it expires, but that campaign will become inactive and you can't really earn any money. So there's one brand that I work with, and every few weeks they will set up a $5,000 campaign. And that campaign, because their product is so popular, that campaign will literally go through the budget like within less than a week. So I've seen like them go through the $5,000 budget in like 3, 4, 5 days. So that's just the budget the brand has allocated that they want to spend with Creator Connection. So the other thing is, if you're looking for popular brands or products that are selling really well, if you see that they have a small percentage of their budget remaining, then you know that's a popular product, and maybe something you may want to review as well. Welcome in as well to everybody else who has joined. So what else do I want to say about Creator Connections? I would say there have been months, if you are on my YouTube channel, you have seen there have been months where I make more with Creator Connections than I do with my regular on-site commission. So if you're thinking whether or not you should join Creator Connections or not, do it, join, and hopefully you are going to supplement and even double your on-site income with Creator Connections. So welcome, Faithful Fire family. Thanks for being here. We are talking about the Amazon Creator Connections program. Do you ever get invited by brands to their campaign after you build relationships, or do you always have to reach out? So mostly I reach out, but I have been invited by brands, and they will they'll reach out to me via email and they'll say, hey, we just added our new product to Creator Connections. Here's a link to the campaign. Make sure to accept it. And here's how you can request samples of that product. So I do have brands that I have relationships with, who reach out to me to let me know about their Creator Connections campaigns. So that makes it nice, because sometimes I feel like there's no way I can keep track of 10,000 brands and all of the products that they're adding on there. So this is a really great way to get invited to participate in those campaigns, which is really, really nice. Let's see if there's any other questions. Let me know here. What else do I want to say about Creator Connections? You have to reach out to brands. So even if they say, or if they don't specifically say that they are offering samples, so many of them, I literally have gotten hundreds of samples. I have some, I'm looking at my desk right there. I'm seeing so many products that I still have to review that were sent to me by through Creator Connections, because I reached out to brands. Here's the thing. No one is going to get 100% response or reply rate back. So if you reach out to brands and they don't respond, and it's a brand you really want to work with, it's okay to follow up and say, hey, you know, just checking in on this. I'd really love to work with you and create content for you. And if, for me, if they don't respond after like my second or first or second follow up, I just move on to the next brand. Faithful Fire Family, how do you reach out to them? So within Creator Connections, there is a message box. When you look at campaigns, there's a message box, and you can you get access to that message box regardless of whether or not you accepted the campaign. So you can go ahead look through all of the products that are listed there, all of the campaigns, and if there are products that you want, all you have to do is use that little, I think it's called messages or direct messages. I'll have to check, but all you have to do is make sure you are reaching out to that brand, and you can introduce yourself and just let them know that you ask them if they're offering samples, and let them know that you would like to create content for them. So it's super easy. Do not make it long, just make it super short. Like 2 to 3 sentences the most is what I do. And then some people give them their mailing address within the first message. I don't do that. I usually just wait for brands to say, hey, which product do you want to review? And can you send us your mailing address? So that is what I usually do. And then if you want to go in more detail, I have this framework or technique that I've developed with brands and exactly with Creator Connections and all of the steps that I do to reach out to them. So I'm going to link to that here, and it's also in my bio. There's a Creator Connections class, and then I have an Amazon influencer class as well. So depending on which one you are more interested in, but I have a script that I use. I write the same message to every single brand. Sometimes I personalize it, but most of the time I don't. And I just keep it really short, really simple, and just ask for free samples. And I have been able to get literally hundreds of products, you guys, from these free samples. So, what else do I want to say? So, I think Creator Connections can definitely be super overwhelming just because there are over 10,000 products. And the cool thing is that if you have done campaigns, or if you have videos for for products that you haven't accepted yet, Amazon after like a few days will let you know, and they'll say recommended campaign. So make sure to accept all of those recommended campaigns, because those are the ones that you've already created videos for, and you literally don't have to do anything else other than accept the campaign to earn money. So I think that is all I wanted to say about Creator Connections. If you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure to ask me any questions that you have about Creator Connections. If you are here on Instagram, you can DM me, you can reply to this video, and I will answer all your questions as well. But do not sleep on Creator Connections. It has literally been my hack of how to make money with the Amazon Influencer Program. If you've seen my YouTube video, you saw that in July, I made over $5,000 just with Creator Connections alone. In August, I think that number was around 4,000. Now in September, I literally have not created any videos. Not many this month, just because I've been super busy, and I think I'm down to like $2,500 this month now for Creator Connections. So it's definitely worth doing. And I'm glad Amazon finally has rolled this out to everybody, and everybody's accepted. But do not sleep on it. Go through the campaigns, accept the programs, or accept the campaigns that you've already created videos for. And that is how I started. I literally made like $700, $800, $900, $1,000 a month just by accepting campaigns for products that I already had videos for. So super easy way to make more money. We'll see what Amazon does with Creator Connections in the future. I feel like they're always doing new things, but it's very exciting to have Creator Connections. I think if this wasn't there, I maybe would not be as excited about Amazon, because the earnings have been down, as you can all see. Everybody is accepted. You don't need to qualify anymore. So I don't think so, Chantal. I have been seeing in so many groups and people saying that everybody who's an influencer is automatically accepted into Creator Connection. So yeah, I guess there's no way for me to check because I've been accepted for a year now, so I don't really know, what someone who's new, what their account looks like. But yes, the word on the street and in the Facebook groups is that everybody is now in Creator Connections, and Amazon is slowly sending out emails to everybody who's an influencer to let them know about Creator Connection. So in some ways, it creates more competition, but so does the more people that get into the program. That's competition already. But I think there's still things you can do to get your little, slice of the Amazon influencer pie. So yeah, but I think that is it for today's live. Thank you everybody for joining me, and I'm gonna post this to YouTube, and also I'm gonna save this here on Instagram. If you are interested in the course, make sure to check out my link in bio, and for YouTube I will put a link as a comment and link in the description as well. But I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna come back probably next week and do another live, but in the meantime, thank you guys for being here, and I will see you on the next live. Bye.